Here's who stood out on day 10 of training camp. Keep in mind, the 49ers did not wear pads, and the only starters on defense who played were Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Javon Kinlaw, and Emmanuel Mosley. The other starters either were injured or given the day off. Defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw. He actually practiced for a change and dominated the first team offensive line during 11-on-11s. He beat Daniel Brunskill for a sack. Kinlaw is such an enigma. Tight end Ross Dwelly. He beat safety Tony Jefferson with a dig route during one-on-ones. Dwelly never loses in this drill. He also made a leaping fingertip grab during 11-on-11s. Tight end George Kittle. He beat safety Tavon Wilson twice during one-on-ones. First with a dig route that spun around Wilson like a record, then with an out and up double move that drew a defensive holding penalty. Kittle made the catch anyway. He also made a 25-yard catch between two defenders during 11-on-11s. Tight end Jordan Matthews. He caught a 60-yard touchdown pass from Josh Rosen up the right sideline. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw. He intercepted a deep pass intended for Raheem Mostert during one-on-ones. Greenlaw has excellent hand-eye coordination for a linebacker. Cornerback Emmanuel Mosley. He broke up two of Jimmy Garoppolo's passes and held his own one-on-one against Deebo Samuel. The latter is no easy feat. Fullback Josh Hokett. He filled in for Kyle Juszczyk, who had the day off, and caught a team-high 5 passes during 11-on-11s. The 49ers almost never call passes for Juszczyk in practices or games for that matter. I wonder if he's jealous. Running back Trey Sermon. He beat Greenlaw with a whip route during one-on-ones. Sermon is hard to cover out of the backfield. Running back JaMycal Hasty. He won all of his reps during one-on-ones. Hasty clearly is the most difficult of the 49ers running backs to cover. Safety Jared Maiden. He broke up a deep pass intended for Jordan Matthews, who was running a corner route. Wide receiver Jalen Hurd. Didn't stretch, didn't practice, didn't show up. In other words, he did what he usually does. This is Hurd's 3rd season on the team, and he still hasn't really showed up yet. I wonder if the 49ers will give him a spot on the roster. He definitely hasn't earned one. Defensive end Nick Bosa. Didn't stretch, didn't practice, didn't walk around with his shirt rolled up. I guess he needed a break from all the not practicing he has been doing this offseason. Afterward, I asked Shanahan if Bosa is on track to play week 1. Here's what Shanahan said. I believe so. That's been the plan all along. There's been no setbacks. He's doing great right now. We'll see. Wide receiver Juwan Jennings. Dropped a pass over the middle. Made Trey Lance look bad. Wide receiver Richie James Jr. Dropped a pass over the middle. Made Trey Lance look bad. Quarterback Josh Rosen. He ruined his first good moment of training camp, a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Matthews, by tossing a mind-numbingly awful pick 6 to Tony Jefferson shortly after. Here's what Shanahan said about Rosen today. He has taken a couple of steps back the last few practices. It was unfortunate on that pick 6. We were supposed to go to someone and we had a busted route, so then it kind of fell apart and he tried to overcompensate and made a bad situation worse. Making a bad situation worse. The Josh Rosen story. Poor guy.